Okay, we have chat going. Okay, so we are live. I'm in the squad lobby. I gotta get the squad lobby ID copied over to my paste bin. Well, it's running a stable 60 while I'm here. Okay, squad ID. The long way. And then the long way. Yes, I'm listening to Sublime. Why? Because. I have to use a bunch of these tickets because I need access. I need items. That's why I miss Steamworks. I'd rather have Steamworks. I'm gonna be honest. I'd much rather have Steamworks. I'm gonna be honest. Way. No. Ha ha. Which gun do I got equipped right now? Okay. Oh yeah, this is the gun for GOG, and then my second one is the one for Omega. Hey, we did it! Woo! I don't know why that exploded early. No. I have over 100 with these. I'm nearing 200. This son of the frontman for Sublime is now the new frontman. I'm not even surprised. The perfect person, and many things I wish I used to do. And take you, man. Never did the right things to you. And now I have to say I'm on my own. I didn't want you to know that you're a reason for me. And ain't who I used to be. And then the thought of a new. Then the reason is you. That I hurt you. Not every day. through. I wish there was, you know, a continue button. Used to be. It's a bow. I can hide it. I can hide it. Oh. Oh, that's actually perfect. That looks really good. Dude, I love that. Perfect person. Never been to do things to you. Never have to say before I go. And I just want you to know. And there's no reason to me. Who I used to be. The side of I do. And I'm the reason is you. The reason to show me no. I am surprised Decaf hasn't showed up. Oh no, I just cursed myself. He's gonna show up now, isn't he? Yeah, barrel bomb rolling needs some, you know, TLC. It needs some updating. You need a continue option if you have a bunch of tickets. But more importantly, it should just be automatically replaced with Steamworks again, because it's objectively worse than Steamworks. I understand people didn't like Steamworks, but, like, I loved it, and I think it would be a lot better than, like, this. This entire mess. Make it easier to be able to do this, please. I'm not talking actual, like, the rolling part. I'm talking the part about doing it many times over if this is all we're gonna be stuck with. And my sinuses. One sec, I blow my nose. Yeah, no, for some reason, whenever part of the reason why I made that announcement yesterday was because it's hard to stream whenever you're talking, your nose just decides to go, hey, guess what? Yeah, you can't talk anymore. You can't even breathe anymore. Have fun, because that's exactly what I'm dealing with. My nose is spiting me. It's literally turning into, well, congratulations, you're not gonna be able to talk or breathe if you try to talk. That's part of the reason why streaming has been kind of difficult right now, because I kind of need to talk. If you can understand that part. There we go. And do I just live? This may or may not turn into an entire stream of just barrel bowling. Hey, Elfane. It's multiplayer night, so whatever people want to hunt, we hunt. Yeah, multiplayer night with World would be fun, but World has a lot of limitations on its multiplayer that I honestly think Wilds did do better. But it's still pretty bad because of how the quest, how Link Lobby, Link Quest, you have Lobby Quest, then you have SOS quests, not anything, like, combined, it's just one really annoying thing. It's still better than World to a degree, but I think Rise did it objectively the best for multiplayer purposes. Well, I uninstalled World. You mean Wild? Ah. Justifiable! I have it purely for multiplayer purposes. And I'm currently listening to, some... Dang it. Gosh darn it! Game, I hate you. I wish we just had Steamworks! Steamworks would have been objectively better! Like, I can't say it enough. Steamworks would be a lot better than barrel bowling. Who in their right mind thought barrel bowling was a good idea? Oh, I know! Idiots at Capcom! Idiots did. Idiots thought it would be better. Oh yeah, we are reaching the point where if games don't shrink down in size again, people are just not gonna want to buy them. Like, it's also if they keep trying to use kernel-level anti-cheat, people aren't gonna buy them. Because if you don't know, kernel-level anti-cheat is awful. And it requires, basically, access to everything on your computer. That is why I do not own Battlefield 6. If Battlefield 6 did not require kernel-level anti-cheat and secure boot, I would be owning it. I'd be playing it. I'd be awful, but you know what? I'd be the gosh darn best medic in the game. I'm literally doing this because I need more ancient potions and ancient potions. And I'm not crafting them. Oh, let imagine doesn't toast and goose and turn to a door, and I can't help but hear the exchanging of words. A beautiful wedding. Helldivers shrank itself to 23 gigs. Good. Good. I chime in with, haven't you ever heard of closing the gosh damn door now? Something tiny things with no poison rationality. You automatically know what I'm listening to. A sense of... Yeah, it shrinking itself down to 23 gigs is really good. Games need to not be 150 gigs. You can't use the excuse of, oh, just buy more storage. Buying more storage is expensive nowadays. Just a 1 terabyte, it's just a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. Right now, I think it goes between 100 and 120 because of the price of NAND. And I don't think people realize the issue with RAM and Crucial no longer producing RAM for the consumer market is also going to affect NVMe drives, because NVMe drives run on NAND. Just a different way it's used. So basically, just buy more storage is not an excuse. In today's age, no! Just buy more storage is basically developer copium. Yeah, and Samsung stopped producing SATA drives. That's the entire issue. Right now, memory is a premium, both in RAM and disk drive space. Things with this poison rationality, I chime in. If you people are heard of, closing the gosh damn door. No, it's better to face these kind of things with a sense of poise and rationality. I may or may not be just doing barrel bowling for the next 5 minutes, which is really boring, but it takes forever to do. I'm also listening to alt rock right now, so my brain just like, you know what? I don't care. I got music. Roll away the boredom. Yes. Because like right now, I can't even imagine upgrading a computer. I can't. With Crucial no longer making consumer market memory, Samsung no longer making SATA drives, I can't even think of upgrading a computer because RAM is most of your price is going to be on RAM and memory storage. It's like not even normal. Oh, by the way, GPUs are going to be affected of this as well. So it's just like, oh, hey, GPUs are now absorbently expensive. Building a computer right now genuinely is a pain if you want to do it for a decent price. And I don't feel bad for people saying, you know what, maybe game devs should start developing games using hardware two to three generations back, because then that would at least make it possible to run stuff. Having things just be about the now, when it comes to computer building. What's up?
Why are you barking at me? You want to lose your teeth?
Why?
We don't need for a stranger.
No.
Stranger. Do you want metal or plastic?
Keep metal. I just got interrupted to ask about colanders.
Great.
Colanders is the correct term.
And when you wash them, get grease on them.
Sorry.
Tell me you also got interrupted.
Okay. Back to what I was saying. The cost of everything for the sake of a computer is genuinely getting to the point where it's unobtainium soon. And that's going to hinder the gaming market. That's going to hinder the market for most things, going to be honest, that involve a computer. Because if Crucial's no longer making the memory, and Samsung is no longer really producing anything in the case specifically for SSD, NAND drives, when it comes to the SATA, what's going to happen is you basically have a destruction of a large swath of the computer market. Because Samsung was one of the best companies to go for if you needed a budget drive that was SATA. Same thing with Crucial. Crucial had their economy brand, their medium brand, and then their luxury brand. Crucial, I think it was called Crucial X was their economy brand. And their economy brand was really good. Really good. I'm actually running it. And I can say, just bluntly, it's probably one of the best sets I've had for affordable RAM sets. But with them no longer doing that, things are just gonna get to unobtainium in pricing. Do. Okay, let's go refresh my items. Do I want to go fight Omega? Or do I need to fight Mizutsune to get that equipment? I think I gotta fight Mizzy. I think I gotta fight Mizzy for that. I've been doing good. And I stand down the diamond birds and told. It seems right in every month. Love. So, Alphine, what do you got today? Anything planned? Not thank God every day. Away. Away. No, the night. This album cover is a man in swim trunks and rollerblades with rockets on them. Well, I gotta visit my uncle later. That's good. Visiting family is always fun. Sometimes it's not fun for me. But that's just because I feel like garbage. It's just because I feel like garbage. Please, get saved. I'm not gonna need you to take the things that I've got. Yeah, there are times when we go to visit family for holidays, and I'm just sleeping the entire time because I'm out of it. Oh, hey, I'm being targeted. See ya. Griffith! Ha! You can't hit me. I'm magic. I'm a magical cat. Say, not to need a dog. I can't. The beautiful things that I've got. See ya. Oh yeah, it's taco night, by the way. We getting tacos. Well, what I do is I take the taco meat, put it on either romaine lettuce head leaf, or I'll use a cabbage leaf to wrap it, so that it's lower carb. Oh, by the way, we might be turning the front porch into a small area I can work in during the summer. And we have all the... I found a way to make the leather working work better with my hands. I'm just waiting for the dyes to come in. And then I can modify the dye to have a punch hole in it for keeping things in line. Along with, I might bring a circular saw in. Not a circular saw, a small chop saw. Because what I can do is use the chop saw and make deck boxes. Because I have 14 commander decks. I need a box that I can take all 14 of my commander decks with me to game night. So, the plan is, I'm going to make my own version of the quiver that a lot of Magic the Gathering players know. I'm going to make my own version. It's basically going to be 14 deck boxes glued together. That's not even a joke. It's basically going to be 14 deck boxes put together. I want to make it an even 20 and sell it as a bulk option for people who have a lot of commander decks. Also, I'm running the Gravios set for its bonus. Oh hey, Faithful put another thing in Discord. I gained immunity again. I'm a bow gunner, and I gained enmity. Boop. Boop. It's sad you have to resort to old monster builds in new games. Yeah, it is. I'm using the bonus set that gives me 10% damage reduction on max health. I want my GOG weapon to have. I want both my GOG weapons to have it, so I can get a plus. So I don't need to wear both pieces. But I need to farm Gogmazios. And well, that's a topic we'll get to. Ah! Nope. Nope, you're not getting me. Not allowed. It's funny how GOG weapons just kind of trivialized everything now that they're in the game. Ah, dang it. He went down. I can solo GOG, but I don't want to grind old monsters on new games. Yeah. It's why I firmly stand that Capcom, and if this gets any traction, should have one game that is entirely new monsters. Have those games be used to introduce new content, new monsters, new everything. Just keep it grounded in the combat, please, like it is in Freedom Unite and Try. But then have the second game, which would normally be the portable game, be based around having old monsters and as many of them as possible with a much more down-to-earth Freedom Unite style combat. Simple as that. Done. As you are, and you are. Mr. Brightside! Coming out of the cage and I'm just doing just fine. Got it, and that's I want it all. Coming out of the kiss and I didn't it like this. It's only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm holding on sleep and I was holding a cab. I love this song. I'm mumbling a lot of it, but I love this song. Now he turns up just now. Let me go. I just look, it's killing me. They're taking control. Let's see, takes to the train, they know the lullabies, the alibi, no time to dice I pay. It's all in me, open up my eager eyes. I'm Mr. Brightside. Speaking of grounded, the claim grounded playstyle on World is kinda not true because the weapons like Longsword, Dual Blade, and Lance can literally fly in the air. Not including Insect Glaive, by the way. Yeah, Insect Glaive has always had a weird fascination wanting to be French and be in the air. Dual Blades, Longsword, and Lance really shouldn't have that ability to go that high up. But people are gonna go like, Helm Splitter looks cool. It's an awesome mounted attack animation for Dual Blade. You get to Beyblade, and Lance becomes an ICBM missile. It's cool, guys. It's not honestly that cool. I wish a lot of the combat for weapons that weren't designed around being in the air didn't get in the air attacks. I wish a combat would go back to Freedom Unite, but that's just me. That's right. They know like lullabies, up my allies. Now that's the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. I'm Mr. Brightside. Green Day still exists as a band? I don't think the term grounded refers to staying on the ground. Hey, it was a good play on words, Maya. It was a good play on words. I will give Alphonse that. Yes, your name is now Alphonse. You are now just a giant suit of armor that has a smiley face. I want Alphonse Monoblos to come back. I really do. Is it just me that loves Alphonse Monoblos? No, just standard Omega. I'm helping people get through it. Chicken tendies. I mean, I'm not having tendies tonight. I'm having tacos. I mean, we have tacos relatively often. And that's just due to the fact that I like tacos. And tacos are basically a quick and easy thing to cook. If a week goes by and we haven't had tacos, it means something's wrong. Because it is one of the quickest meals for us to make that I can eat. We don't have Taco Wednesday. We have Frontier on my Steam Deck. How are you doing Frontier on your Steam Deck if Frontier requires the internet connection? Genuine question right there. I know you could get it running, but how are you maintaining the internet connection? I know the Steam Deck is basically just a PC. I'm asking, what are you doing to keep the constant internet connection? Just stays connected. But what if you take it traveling? That's the big question. I don't travel. Accurate. You bought the Steam Deck with the sole purpose of playing Frontier in your bed. I mean, respectable. Respectable. At least you bought it with an intention. Yeah, today is multiplayer day if people want to join. The squad ID is in the pinned Twitch chat. Pinned Twitch chat message. I can talk. I can talk. I talk like this now. I continued playing more Iceborne today. That's good. That's good, Henry. How you doing today, friendo? Buddy-o? Henry-o, pal? I mean, I buy my phone just to play old-gen Monster Hunters. I'm gonna be honest. If Capcom released Generations Ultimate remastered for PC, I think it would sell like hotcakes. And, I think it would sell like hotcakes. And outside, I'm on the... You got to Shara and died. I mean, that happens. Shara Valda is very easy to die to in some cases. The puppies are looking at... Yeah, any new fans that came from Wilds would review bomb an old gen remaster. Yeah, that's the thing. People would look at it and go like, what? Why no focus mode? Why no focus mode? Why is inventory so important? That's my main critique of this game. Is it dumbed down so much. The reason weapons had a simple moveset in the older games wasn't just because tactical limitations, it was because, honestly, you were meant to just be normal people flinging around giant weapons in an attempt to hope to kill a monster. That was really it. It was very much simplistic to get into, hard to master. Nowadays, it's not like that. You died to a beam, not even a spirit bomb. For shame, Ford. For shame. Like, I don't even have Gogpocalypse on. I just have one piece of Gogmazios. Side, I'm looking in. Personally, I love old Monster Hunter and how it was simple. Simple to get into, hard to master. It felt nice. The one thing I didn't like, though, was the amount of insane precision you needed on some occasions. The insane precision was one of the few things that I didn't like. personally myself, I would rather have the simplistic nature, hard to master combat of the early games without the insane precision needed. That's about it. But again, I'm also someone who says blunt. I'm also someone that says modernity kills. So guess what? Modernity is not really the funnest thing with me. Me and modernity have an issue. Mainly because I was raised around really old people for most of my life, and I just kind of think like an old person. But also, Eternal September is a thing. People seem to not realize that it is a thing. Get good. Hey, Decaf. I'm petting the puppy. I'm messing with her nose. I'm wiggling her nose up and down. How you doing, Decaf? Ah! No! Gosh dang it. Out in the cold trying not to have my beard freeze. I want your beard to freeze. Make it pointy. Take your beard and start putting it down to a singular point. That way you have a weaponized beard. It's not long enough. Sad. Turn it into tiny spikes then. That way you can chainsaw someone's head by moving your head back and forth. I think most people now would be unironically too stupid for old gen. I mean, a good bit of the player base probably would get shunted out. A small portion of them, not a good bit. I'd say an extremely small portion of the modern player base would get shunted out because of having to constantly learn with old gen with how old gen was. And I say that with someone with bad hands. It's not hard. It just takes a hot minute to get used to. Even if you have bad hands like I do. But again, modernity. Modernity is a thing I don't get along with. I don't like change. And I think most times change is usually for the worst. most change that has brought most of the change that came into existence from like the past 20 years has not been good. Most of the change that happened from like 1950 to like 1980 also was not predominantly that good and was used for a lot of bad subterfuge type actions against the American people. But again, people really don't focus on the after effects or the actual effects that occur in real life when talking about change. A bomb made out of mustard. That would be interesting. Instead of shrapnel, it's just weaponized mustard. But yeah, progress has its upsides and its downsides. A lot of people don't think about the downside of progress. Like, I'm gonna give probably one of the best examples I can give, and that's the Civil Rights Act. The Civil Rights Act, yes, was really good in some cases. But in the cases where it's bad, it has straight up removed the ability to refuse affiliation with certain groups of people. And I'm not saying that as like a derogatory term, as a derogatory way, but I'm saying that in terms you literally can't refuse business to someone you don't want to refuse business to, and they can base it on the idea of discrimination based on their race. When you just don't want to serve that person with your business. Simply put it, straight up, it removed the ability to choose your affiliation and how you wish yourself and or your business to affiliate. That's a bad thing. There was some good, but that was one of the massive bad things it caused. There's always an upside and a downside to change. Me, how ya doing? Exactly. One of that, example, if you don't want to serve a customer who doesn't speak English, they can use that against you. When you just don't want to serve the customer because you can't understand them. Like, there were a few times when I was working in military surplus, I wanted to refuse working with a customer. But I couldn't. Like, at all. I couldn't. Because the issue was, he didn't speak fluent English. He spoke broken English and had to have an interpreter with him. And the interpreter at times didn't understand what the guy was saying. So put it bluntly, I wanted to say, I'm sorry, but I refused to serve you on the grounds that I can't understand you. But that would have opened up the business I was working for to have a lawsuit against them. I literally couldn't understand the guy. It took, like, what would be a normal 5-minute interaction with the guy who speaks English. It took about 30 minutes. Just learn I can't understand you in their language. You know how hard that would be when Cantonese, Mandarin, and Taiwanese all sound eerily similar? Because if you're not a native speaker, Korean, Japanese, Cantonese, Mandarin, and Taiwanese all sound the same. Also, add Mongolian to that list. Yeah? What? Do 2? So we have leftovers? There are big differences. But when you don't speak it, Maya, that's the issue. It's the issue of if you don't speak it, you don't know what language it is. If you speak it, you know the idiosyncrasies, you know the difference. If you don't speak it, congratulations! You don't know jack diddly or squat! What? I can't hear you! No, it's okay. Just wait to hear Dessa or Baka. You'll know later. My mother is trying to talk to me, and I can't hear through my door. See, Decaf, you understand my pain when working retail. Yeah, Google Translate would solve that issue. My phone didn't really have signal in, I didn't, that building had issue with phone signal. So, basically, I didn't have phone signal. And whatever signal I did have barely functioned. Don't yell at Mama Bundle. She's trying to talk to me through my door, knowing that I can barely hear it. I need hearing aids. I really do need hearing aids. Okay, I'm back at full. Yeah, the reason why I didn't do the Google Translate thing, Alphane, is because I was running between like 5 people. This is during the time what we called the Ukraine rush. Of people wanting to buy gear and send it over to people in Ukraine. So when I hear like some type of language that is Cyrillic in nature, I think that's the correct term, I would normally translate it. I was between 5 people, and that building did not like my cell phone. The only place it liked my cell phone is if I was behind the counter. Because I was right next to a window. Yeah, I had no issue working with people who didn't fluently speak English if I had the time to translate what the person was saying. When I didn't, it was not fun. And at one point, I know Without a doubt, at one point I went, "I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Please let me get it. Please let me get one of my coworkers." I know I did that, and it was with a guy with a really thick Indian accent. Gosh darn it. Okay, I'm gonna get up and stretch. And the dogs clearly want to go OUT. So let's get the dance mode going really quickly. I'll be back in a minute. I'm guessing a bot showed up. There we go. Okay. Waffle! Oh, nothingness unite. Another saying. Tessa, leave it. Catter, hello. It's a squad ID. Oh, so hello, Catter. Please don't break out of containment. Or I'm gonna have to send an MTF after you. Just want you to know who I am. Draco's quest. Oh, okay. Well, Draco dead. Yep. There we go. Nope. Not gonna stand there. That'd be death. So far the NPC has held its aggro. Reconfiguration. Also, I may or may not try to get a few people together to do Magic the Gathering once a week. On like a day that works, because I have to work with someone else's schedule who's in Germany. That's dependent on if he wants to. Game, you! That was close. You have joined COM. I was gonna call it COG, but that would be too much of an on-the-nose reference to Metal Gear. Not Metal Gear, Gears of War. not the same as it was. It's just old in the stone. I am literally only fighting this thing for the belt. I'm not joking. I just want the belt. It lets me hide my waist piece. Makes me happy. Hello, wolf. Toothless dance. It pushed me out of the way. I will probably only be able to go 2 hours today. So my sinuses are already my sinuses are already going completely crazy from talking as much as I have. And when my sinuses go crazy, I get a headache. I just took a hit, but I was saved via flawless armor. My bird is just indestructible. It just walks into the laser. I was like, I will save you! Use potion. I feel like this is what modern Monster Hunter's endgame always looks like now. Where if you're not at full health, you're dead. Or if you can get to full health, you immediately get to full health so you don't die. As long as you have guts, you'll be fine. True. Oh no. Heal. Ration. Yeah, no, this is probably gonna be the last hunt. I'm trying to go for as long as I can. It's just like, more I talk, the more my sinuses go, which makes more mucus go down my esophagus into my windpipe and my stomach. It's kind of gross and not comfortable at all. I was like, right now I kind of want to vomit because of the mucus going down. Why are so many people with great swords coming into my class? Streaming should return back to normal once I'm done with my surgery and I recover from said surgery. That's like the massive thing about right now is it'll return back to normal once I'm no longer constantly having issues breathing. And I know that that is like a massive hindrance, and I will have to basically disappear for like probably a week and a half speaking. I might be able to do hunts like without having microphone on, but that's about it. I will definitely have a banner that says unable to speak due to surgery recovery. Oh yeah, decaf. I do gotta message you about something. I forgot what it was, but I'll message you when I remember. Eat that. Have to remember, dragon ammo is really good in this game. It's very limited. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I'm gonna probably stop here because I can feel the stuff going down into my stomach, and I gotta take care of that. Yeah, I'm gonna be gone for, and if I left stream going, I'd be gone for about 45 minutes. So that said, we're gonna go right over to someone on Twitch, just because they will probably be able to do a lot more than I can. We're gonna go raid Mia. So thank you everyone for coming. God bless, be safe. I'm BundleOfCats, and I cannot stand the stuff going down the back of my throat right now. See you tomorrow, hopefully, for a longer stream. I don't know how long it'll be. God bless, be safe.